Hey guys, what's up? It's Superwho. Today I'm going to do a commentary on map design and which maps in Black Ops 2 that I like, and kind of what aspects of each map makes it like a favorite of mine and why I hate certain maps and stuff like that. This is going to include the DLC maps and all those, so let me start off by talking about what I look for in a Call of Duty map. Usually, the maps that I like tend to fit my playstyle better, more so than the other ones. So what I look for when I'm running gunning is kind of a smaller map, um, and typically they're kind of fast paced, and there's not, I like, as much as I complain about, running into 2 or 3 guys at a time, I kind of like that because there's more action to it, it's more fun, the difficulty level raises up. What I don't like with that is when, there's 2 guys and I kill them both and I go to reload and then some third guy just like spawns around the corner and just runs out and kills me. Anyways, definitely like smaller maps and high fast paced type action maps. In maps that I don't like, obviously kind of the opposite. I hate slow moving maps, maps that take you, a minute to traverse from one spawn to the other end. Large maps, things where, if I'm playing hardpoint and, I die and the hardpoint's on the opposite end of the map, it's going to take me 30 seconds to get over there. I might as well not even waste my time. I might as well just, set up for the next one. I really hate downtime in multiplayer maps. It's so boring to just sit there and wait for something to happen when I feel like, there should just be constantly something happening and, having to react from one thing to the next. But yeah, so that's kind of what I don't like in Call of Duty maps. So now I'll just kind of list the maps that I'll term it love. And there should be like a little a little graphic popping up on the screen here. So for the maps that I love, I've got them listed as Hijacked, Hydro, Overflow, Raid, Slums, and Standoff. So if you look at a lot of those maps, how they're designed, a lot of them are smaller. I mean, Raid and maybe Standoff could be considered bigger maps, but the reason I like those is because a lot of the action, kind of takes place in kind of the center of the map. So I mean, it's not like if you spawn on one end, you're not far from action, anywhere you spawn basically in the map. I mean, a lot of the kills happen in the middle, like Slums, Standoff, that middle broken wall house area. There's a lot of action in there. And Raid, actually, that one little like brick area, I don't even know how to describe it, and the middle are kind of the 2 main killing areas for that map. Hijacked and Hydro, it was kind of hard for me to pick between which map I liked more. Obviously, I've played Hijacked a lot more. I like that map. It works with me. I mean, something just clicks where it doesn't really matter what we're playing or who we're playing against. I typically have a really good game on Hijacked. And so far with Hydro, I don't think I've really had a bad game on Hydro. I don't know what it is about these certain maps, but something just works right with me anyways. Overflow is kind of the exception to the rule. I mean, it's not really, it's kind of more like a long map than it is wide, I guess I would say. And so that's kind of weird in terms of map design, because normally they're like squares or whatever anyways. I like that map a lot. The one on the low end of that love scale, I guess, would be Standoff. But recently I've been having some good success and fun times on there, so I included it in the love category of my map. And then the next one I called it the in-between. I don't know, what else you want to call it, between love, hate, the in-between. But anyways, these maps, and the first one here, Carrier, that can be on my hate list very easily, depending on you know, how the game is going or what we're playing or who we're playing against. But I'll list the rest here. We've got Carrier, Downhill, Grind, Mirage, Plaza, and Yemen. I actually really like Plaza and Yemen. Sometimes they can be a little bit slower than most times, but I really like those maps. The other ones, you know, these maps that I've grouped together are kind of, you know, 50-50 maps. Like I said, you know, it depends on who you're playing against, what game type you're playing, and all that stuff. But back to Carrier, I really hate wide open maps. You know, I don't like when people camp behind cover, but I like maps where, you know, you can move from one area to the next without camping and stuff like that. But Carrier is just, you know, I always say, why don't they just make like a garbage dump map and just have trash laying all over the map? Because that's what it reminds me of. I mean, there's just stuff all over the place, but then there's just areas of open space, and it's, I don't know, it's almost like I don't want to call it a lazy map design, but that's kind of what it feels like to me. I mean, you know, it's an airplane or a aircraft carrier. There's not much to it. I mean, there's a couple planes, and I don't know what the hell they got, like concrete walls built up in the middle of nowhere. I don't even know what those are for. I haven't really looked at them, but I really don't like the map. You know, if we're playing some bad players and you can get your high kill streaks going, then Carrier's good, because you know, there's a lot of open space. There's nothing really to hide except for that one side of the map. But yeah, those are kind of the in-between maps. They can go either way for me. And for my hate maps, one of these is probably going to seem weird to you guys. But for my hate maps, I have Aftermath, Cargo, Drone, Express, Meltdown, Nuketown, and Turbine. And a lot of people are like, how can you hate Nuketown, you know? And back in Black Ops, I love Nuketown. You know, that was just kind of like everybody's favorite map. And I love that map a lot. But for whatever reason, and I still don't know what it is, I've played, you know, probably at least 10 games on that map, I cannot play that map to save my life. I've always gone negative on that map. And, I mean, the spawns have to be, you know, vaguely similar to the first one. I feel like I'm spawning in the same areas. I just don't know what it is about that map in this game where I'm just terrible at it. It's really frustrating. I don't even like to. I hate the Nuketown playlist. I don't want to play it ever. You know, along with all these other maps, I really don't like them. You'll see like a lot of them are big maps. Aftermath, Cargo, Meltdown, Drone, Turbine. I really hate big maps. You know, it takes you like a minute to get from one end to the other, blah blah blah. And then in a lot of these maps, you know, I wouldn't call them power positions because they took a lot of those away in this game. But, you know, there's just people who just sit in one area of the map the whole time, and it's like, it's so frustrating. You know, they're sitting, especially on Turbine, you know, they'll sit somewhere with the target finder, whatever they're using, and it's, you know, you can't really do much to combat that besides wear cold-blooded, which nobody rarely ever does. But yeah, those are the maps that I really don't like. Anyways, you know, for all these maps that I've listed out in these different categories and stuff, this is mostly based off hardpoint maps, but I think in the general scheme of things, this could apply to a lot of different game types for me. You know, domination, kill confirm, stuff like that. It applies to the rest of those. But like I said, a lot of it depends on, you know, who you're playing against and all that stuff. But I think that's it for me today. I'm actually going to be on vacation this next week, so there probably won't be a video at all next week. But hopefully when I get back, maybe I'll upload something on Monday or Tuesday. But other than that, thanks for listening, guys, and I will catch you all later.